Jack Stafford here from the Dodgy Coach TV. PE School Workout, thank you for joining in again. It's great to have you all on board. I'm only joking, I'm not the body coach, I'm not the dodgy coach. We're here for another workout, Jack Stafford school workout for you mums and dads, boys and girls. I thought I'd just have a little bit of fun. It's my mums and dad's ABBA wig, so it comes in handy sometimes, especially when you're trying to impersonate Joe Wicks, but I do very much respect him because he is a great human being. Anyway, school workout, 4 exercises, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, as always, and then we have a minute's rest. But before that, we go into our warm-up to get our blood and oxygen around our working body, to warm our bodies up, going through stretches, and then into the main part of the workout. You already thought when you were thinking, what is he up to now? He's playing some silly tricks with us. But it's always just kind of good to have a little bit of fun. So, we are going to go into the main part of our workout. So make sure as well you've got some water, especially if it's a day like today, nice and sunny. It's very important to stay hydrated during exercise. Okay, so, to start off the workout, I'm going to put my timer on. We're just going to do our jogging on the spot. Just hopping back and forth, nice, like we're going to those box punches, but instead we're just bringing our arms up and down as if we're running. Good. Like last time, you can add in some forward and back movements if you want, or if not, you could just stand still, adding in those running movements, pumping those arms up and down, adding those sound effects if you want. And also, I always like to imagine if I'm against my best mate to the right, I want to beat him to the finish line. So really put in those arm movements and leg movements. Good. 10 more seconds of this. Good. Keep going. Last 5. Good. Okay, and rest. So, keep moving, keep moving. So, we're going to go into our high knee drives now. So all we're doing is we're just going to drive our knee up and down, up and down, up and down. Moving your left arm as your right knee comes up, vice versa. Good. Do 10 more seconds of this. Getting our legs warmed up, ready for our squats, because you know, with these workouts we like to do our squats. Good, and change sides. Good. There always might be a side you probably feel slightly less coordinated in, if this is your weakest side, especially if you are right-footed like me. I wonder what conversation you guys had last time about what's your favourite food on the barbecue. Good. Okay, next exercise, part of the warm-up, we're doing our hamstring walks. So we're going to start with stretching out our right leg. So because we're stretching out our right leg, that is going to be out in front of us. What we're going to do, we're going to have our bending at the hip, bending at the knees, bending at the hips, back straight. We're just going to bring our body weight through. And then we're going to change sides. So then our left leg comes nice and straight, our right leg is bent, and we pull through. And then our right, good. Keep pulling your arms through, keeping that front leg as straight as we can. Left leg straight, and that back leg nice and bent. Good. 4 more of these. And 1 more. Okay, good. Last part of the warm-up, we're going to just do some nice bodyweight lunges. So chest up, feet hip width apart, and all we're doing is we're just lunging forward and back up to the top. And back up to the top. Chest up, all times. Good. Nice, simple. 4 more on each leg. To help you with the lunges, think about pushing your weight through that front heel to push you back up. Good. 2 more. And last one. Good. Okay. So that's our warm-up done. Now, as always, we go through the exercises before we start the main part of the workout, just so we understand the movements. First one, squat slams. Feet hip width apart, chest up. We're going to imagine we've got our ball, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring our arms around our head, and as we bring them round, We're going to squat down and then pretend we slam that ball down. As we squat up, bring it back round and slam it back down. So we slam our arms down as we squat to the bottom. Good. So give a couple of those a go. Always try and keep your body weight upright in that squat. So as we come down, try and keep your body weight upright. Good. Very nice. Okay. Next one, next exercise is your nice get-ups. Nice and explosive movement. All we're doing is we're just exploding up into that standing still position, back down onto the floor, explode back up to the top. By exploding, we're going to just try and push our body weight off the floor using our arms, hopping our legs to the top and up. Let's give one or two of those a go. If you already have, just keep moving always. This is part of our warm-up. Okay, third exercise is our 1, 2, 3 claps. If you've done this before, you might be thinking, can't remember that one. That's all good, because we're going to show you now. So our 1, 2, 3 claps, we're working in a sideways motion. So we're going 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to lift up our leg, clap underneath. And then we're going to go the other side. Good. Just like that. I mean, when I say 1, 2, 3, depending on how much space you've got, if you've got 3 steps space, then amazing. If not, if you've only got 1, then that's fine. You just go 1, 2, 3, as quickly as you can. So as I move to my left, your left, you bring your right leg up. As you move to your right, you bring your left leg up. Give a couple of those a go. And that's exactly the same if you've got the wider steps in. Good. And as always, this last exercise around, as always, as you know with me by now, last exercise is ab work. Nice, our stomach muscles here. So, we are going for what's called the hollow hold box punches. We have done these before. They are a good exercise, and you can always make them more challenging if you want to. So what we're going to do is we're going to lie on our bums with our upper body just off the floor. And then what we're going to do, if you want to make it easier for yourself, have our feet on the floor, holding out those box punches, making sure that our upper body is just off the floor. Good, and throwing in those explosive punches. If you want to make it harder for yourself, just try and lift your legs up off the floor a little bit and then add in those explosive punches. So you can have your feet on the floor, having those punches, feet off the floor, just to make it harder. The lower down your legs are to the floor, the harder it is. Good. So they're all the exercises. And what we're going to do, we're just going to grab ourselves some water, because it is hot, so it's good to hydrate. We're going to get it going in 15 seconds. And our first exercise are squat slams. So get in position, get going in 7 seconds. So feet hip width apart, grabbing that ball, and then we're going to bring it down and slam. And let's go. And slam down. Good. So chest up always, feet hip width apart. Good. Squeeze your bum muscles, they're called your glutes, to push your body back up to the top. Good. 10 seconds to go. Always goes by such a flash, doesn't it? Such a flash. Last rep each. Good. And rest. 30 seconds off. Next one is our get up movements. So it's where we start on the floor. We push our body weight up to the top, exploding up into that top position, and then we go back down. So 10 more seconds, then we do that. So this is going to get your heart rate up. So get yourselves ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Explode up to the top and back down. Push up and down. Good. Obviously, the faster you do this, the harder it becomes. Good. Keep going, boys and girls, mums and dads. Your heart rate might be up now. It's where we've got to push through, find our rhythm. This is always the case in the first round. It's finding your rhythm. One more rep each, at least. Good, and rest. Next one is our 1, 2, 3 steps. So side, 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 clap, other side, clap. If you've only got the one step either side, just shuffle it from side to side, lifting your legs up, clapping underneath. Going in 10 seconds, so your heart rate's probably gonna be up now. So if you've got that space, utilise all that space. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Keep going. Obviously, the quicker you go, the harder it is. It's good to get a bit of side to side movement as well, not just forward and back. Good. 10 seconds to go. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Good. 3 seconds. And rest. Last exercise of the round. So we might be feeling a bit tired, but we keep going because we earn that rest. The hollow hold box punches, so we can have our legs on the floor, just upper body, just off the floor, throwing in those punches. If you want to make it harder for yourself, legs off the floor and add in those punches still. So easier, legs on, harder, legs off. 3, 2, 1, good. So let's go. So if you're using the easier version, making sure for both that you're not touching the floor with your upper body, trying to keep it off the floor. If you want to take your feet off, by all means try and challenge yourself, take your feet off. Or if not, just stick with the first version. Good, 10 seconds to go, keep going. Last little push, ladies and gents. Boys and girls, keep going. Try and get more punches than your mum and dad, or your brother or sister. Good, and rest. Have a rest, have a break. No Kit Kats, we save those for our treats, not during the workout, because otherwise we might feel very heavy. Oh. So is your heart rate up a little bit after that? If it's not, that's absolutely no worries. Now you just know, just to up the intensity a little bit more. And whatever you're comfortable with as well. So if you're comfortable with going a little bit harder, then by all means go for it. We are going to get going in 25 seconds. You're probably thinking, oh Jack, stop rambling on. Put my wig back on, we go back to being the body coach, or as I call myself when I'm in that wig, the dodgy coach. Because I can't copyright Joe Wicks, can I? 10 seconds, then we go back into our squat slams. So feet hip width apart, chest up, and we're going to change sides now with how we bring our arms around our head. And let's go. So if you moved your arms to the left, now move your arms to the right. Or if you started with your moving to the right, now moving to the left. Good. Chest up, always. Keeping those feet hip width apart. Good. Let's go, boys and girls, mums and dads. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. Good. Last rep each. And rest. Next one is our get-ups. So your heart rate might be up a bit now, but this is good. We're pushing ourselves a bit more. Second round is when we up the intensity compared to the first round. If you want to keep moving, keep moving. Don't know about you, my heart rate's going a little bit, but that's good. We like to push ourselves here. 5 more seconds and we go into our get-ups. In 3, 2, 1. Good, and explode up. Explode up to the top and down. Explode up. It's almost like a push up motion. And then we just hop onto our legs and back down. Back into that stand up position. Good. Obviously the faster you do this, the harder it is. And we've passed 15 seconds. So stay with me. We don't like to stop early. We like to keep going to the end. We always go to the end. And rest. Good. Next one is our side to side stepping. Go 1, 2, 3 to the left. Bring our right leg up, clap, and then the other side. Or if not, just add the side to side ones in as quickly as you can. 10 more seconds, then we go into our third exercise. So competition time, beat your parents, do more than your parents, do more than your brother, sister. And let's go. See who get the most in your family. Good. Keep pushing. Hope there's some competitive spirit coming out now, or even if you're by yourself, try and beat your one last time. So always count in your head the amount of times you go side to side. Good. 10 seconds. Good. Last little push. 5 seconds. Stay with me. Go on. Last little push. Let's go, go, go. And rest. Good. Next exercise is our ab one. Our box punch crunches. Well, more like a hollow hold crunch. Well, not even crunch. Hollow hold and punches. So easy version. Legs on the floor. Upper body still off. Throwing in those punches. To make it harder, bring your legs off the floor. And then add in those punches. Going in 3, 2, 1. And let's go. So if you're staying with the easy version, just give you everything. Imagine that boxing ring. Let all that energy out. Add in those sound effects you want to. Or if not, if you want to make it harder, lift your legs off. Really challenge yourself. Good. 12 seconds to go, so keep going. Really earn that rest at the end, knowing you pushed it right to the very last second. 5 seconds. Good, and rest. Perfect. Minute's rest. And then we go for our last round. Nice work, team. Always, with Jack's school workouts, we always like to give it 100%. Always 100%, because whenever we finish, we feel so good, knowing we put all that good work in, knowing we didn't stop right to that last second. And then we're going to sleep well as well tonight, because you always sleep well after a good bit of exercise. And not only that, it's great just to clear your head. If you've been working from school, whatever you're doing, it's great just to clear your mind and just let out all that energy. So we're going to go in 10 more seconds. So we're going back into our squat slams. Feet hip width apart, chest up. So we're going to change sides now. So slam the other way. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So slam down. Keeping that feet hip width apart, always. Try and keep your back straight as well with the squats. So as you're coming down, try and keep that back as straight as you can. Good. And time does fly, so keep pushing. Your legs might be burning a bit, might be sore, but we keep going. Only 7 seconds, stay with me. Really go for this last 7 seconds. And rest, good. Next exercise is our get-ups. So we explode off, pushing our body weight up into that standing position and then back down. This is where our heart rate goes up quite a bit now. So now you know this is your last round. Just give it absolutely your everything. Give it your all. The more you put into it, the more you're going to get out. We're going to go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So we explode up, onto our feet, back down. Explode up, onto our feet, back down. Good, good. Beat your competition. Beat your previous round. If not your previous round, beat your mum and dad if you're doing it with them. If you do it with your brother or sister, beat your brother and sister. That's your challenge. If they beat you last round, you're not letting them beat you twice. Good. And rest. Good. It's always good to have that fit and healthy competition with each other. So, next one, our side to side claps. So we're going to the left, lifting our right leg up, clapping, then to the right, then our left leg up, and then we clap. But if not, just your one step from side to side. Good. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And up, and down. Good. Keep pushing. Only 2 exercises to go. So you should be giving your absolutely everything now. Good. So that's 15 seconds gone already. Get that heart rate up. Really push for it. Really go for it. That last 30 seconds. Let's go. If not, if you're just doing the side, as quickly as you can. Good, last 5. Good, and rest. So last 30 seconds now. So we really go for it on the ab exercise. So the easier version, sitting on our hips, our legs on the floor. Make sure our body weight is just off the floor, throwing in those punches. To make it harder for yourself, having your legs off the floor for as long as you can. If it's your last round, you fancy challenge yourself that a little bit more, try and bring your legs off the ground a little bit. I'm ready, and let's go. 30 more seconds, let's push. Let's really go for it, knowing you really made the most of the workout. Let's go. Add those sound effects if you want to. Come on, always have that competition with your parents, your brother, sister, or yourself. Always push that last little bit. 10 more seconds. Put in that work. Good. 5 more. Good. And rest. And we are done. Goes by in a flash. But with your heart rate up, got something out of that. Now you'll feel yourself getting a lot fitter as well than when you first did these workouts. Good. Okay. So we're just gonna shake our limbs off, shake our bodies off. If you want some water, grab some water before we do our cool down. And as we remember, boys and girls, mums and dads, we never abandon our cool down. Cool down's equally important. There's never any less importance on a cool down. Good. Okay, so the first stretch we're going to do is similar to, well, it's the same as one we did in the warm-up, but instead we're not going to make it dynamic. We're going to make it still. So we're going to start with our right leg. What we're going to do is bend our left leg, and as we do that, we're going to shift our hips backwards. And as we shift our hips backwards, keeping that front leg nice and straight and holding. Good. Try and keep that upper back, the whole back nice and straight, like so. Good. Keeping that right leg as straight as you can. But if you can't, that's absolutely fine, as long as you feel that stretch there. And that's what we're aiming for. Good. Really good work. 5 more seconds, then we switch legs. Good. And change sides. So, left leg out nice and straight. Just bend at that right leg. Shift our hips backwards. Good. When you shift your hips backwards, you get to feel that stretch in that straight leg more. 10 more seconds. So I hope you really enjoyed that today, mums and dads, boys and girls. Hope you're getting something out of these school workouts. Good. Sorry for a bit of a shock at the beginning with the Joe Wicks wig. That's what we call it, the Joe Wicks wig. Anyway, arms out in front of us. Our right arm out straight in front of us. We're going to bring it across our body, nice and straight, grabbing it with our left hand and just pulling that hand and arm in towards our left chest. Good. Keeping that right arm nice and straight at all times. Good. Last 5 seconds. Good. And change sides. So left arm out straight in front of us, grab it with our right and then bring it across our body and towards that right chest. So I hope as well, like there's a bit of healthy competition going on with you mums and dads, boys and girls. It's always good to have a healthy bit of competition. It can always like push you on a bit more to try and beat your last round and push yourself. Even if you're doing them by yourself, always think in your head, how many did I do last time? Or just count and always say, let's try and beat that last time. It's always just like a good way of keeping you going and always just pushing for more. Good. And off. One more stretch. All we're going to do, because we've done a bit of quad work as well, our front parts of our legs here. Nice and simple. We're going to stand up straight. We're going to start with our right leg. So we're going to pull our right leg up towards our right hand, like so. We're going to grab it. And then we're just going to think about being nice and straight, pulling that right foot in towards our bum muscles here, our glutes. As long as you're feeling that stretch in those quads, it's absolutely fine. Good. 5 more seconds. and change sides. Good. Always doing these cool down stretches. Your body will definitely thank you for it. You won't feel a little bit sore tomorrow, or even if you do, you'll feel less sore than you were too if you didn't do these. But I'm sure you won't, because you're all very fit and healthy. Good. 5 more seconds. And that's done. So that is the workout done. Thank you very much for partaking and putting in your all, because I know you boys and girls, mums and dads do put in your 100% effort. Hope you enjoyed it. Jack from BeFit and Beyond. Until next time, stay safe and see you soon.